I'm Louise from St George's Community Hub and I'm part of the Youth Advisory Board. We attended a conference earlier this year and we took 2 workshops and they consisted of 3 tasks, which was a main, a starter and a conclusion. My workshop that I was in charge of was how to engage young people. So one of the tasks were our starter, which was how you got here today. How you got here today was basically a task for everyone to understand each other, know each other's names, and then they had to share their story with the group. This is Declan and I'm Louise, and we're going to do an icebreaker today called How You Got Here Today. So I'm going to ask Declan how he got here and he will share his story. So Declan, how did you get to the conference today?
Well, it was a strange story actually. I woke up out of my bed, turned off my alarm, got in the shower, got dressed, had my breakfast, just about to go outside the door, opened. Like 10 FBI agents grabbed me, put me on the floor, handcuffed me, took me in the back of this black Hummer. I'm thinking, yo, what's this? Am I in a movie or something? So as I'm there, asking bare questions and that, they've told me to be quiet. Going along this long desert, I'm thinking, oh, what's going on here? Next thing you know, bombs, bullets, everything. Then some terrorists attack the FBI agent and take me. So I'm thinking, yo, what have I done today that I'm so spectacular? So then I've gone. Next thing you know, I woke up, I'm in a cave. I've got this blue thing in my chest, and then there's Tony Stark. I'm thinking, ain't you Iron Man? Like, what's going on? So then he started to build the Iron Man suit like he does, and then I drug him, take the Iron Man suit, and flew here with 2 minutes to spare. What do you think, guys?
So that's Declan's story of how he got here today. The main task was carried the message, which was how to engage young people. So our task was the collage making, and we got people into groups and they had to make a collage based on a CSC project they have done before or they would like to do. This meant they weren't allowed to use words. However, communication in the group was key because everyone in the group had to understand what each picture meant, they had to understand why it was there and how this would help the young person in the Community Space Challenge project. You have 30 minutes for this activity, so I want them to be brilliant.
Well, basically, we've got to come up with a collage and make a big collage, and what the CSC project can people, what are you doing? How people get engaged in CSC projects. We've got all like resources on their tables, obviously pictures and magazine items of, like, say, role models or gardening, and they want to make a project that people, they're going to keep getting engaged, so you're going to give them incentives. Like on the thing, there could be, like, say, vouchers in the magazines, and the vouchers with incentives to keep the young people coming to the project. Also, I think that the project, the CSC project of, like, getting people to come back and, like, what people are going to get out of it is something that we need to touch on, because it's the feedback that when everyone's got the final collage, we're gonna present to them what should be in their collage, and like that's gonna be like UCAS points and like something for the future, so the kids after they've finished this can move on to something in the future.
I think that the youth workers and adults get a clear understanding of how they can use their imagination to create good CSC projects and how to get young people involved. And then the conclusion was coloured stickers in a box with a smiley face, a sad face or a straight face. The smiley face meant they learned a lot today or they were happy with the outcome. A sad face was they didn't really learn anything, they already knew them skills, and in the middle was they felt alright about it, but they weren't confident, but they weren't negative about it at the same time. The planning of the workshop started a few months before, and we attended sessions and chose what we wanted to do and how we thought it was beneficial to the people we were delivering to, and then that's when we came to the decision to do the 2 icebreakers, 2 mains and 2 conclusions. We chose them because we knew that the message we wanted to give was easier to put across in the activities we chose. Planning, I would have did a bit more practices in front of the group because the timescale we set wasn't real because we didn't practice it with people, so we didn't put into account people having drinks, we didn't put into account people talking at the start or how long it took for people to sit down and that sort of stuff, so I would do a bit more rehearsal before the actual presentation.
They're really useful. I do a lot of volunteer work with all ages, so I'm finding out some really good techniques to use with certain people, so it's really useful.
The most interesting thing I found was everyone's enthusiasm. I also found that using comedy or a joke in the middle of the presentation kind of engaged the adults more. Also the how you got here today, people came up with some really random stuff that we didn't expect. We thought people would be like, well, I got on a bus and then I walked for 10 minutes and I got here. But everyone was playing the game properly, everyone was doing it well, so that was really interesting. I think this training is really important because people need to know where their money's going. So when people get grants for stuff to do activities with young people, they need to know that it works, they need to know that it can keep happening over and over again. I have gained a more leadership role. I think that I was quite bossy before, but now I've kind of channeled it to be a positive thing and not a negative. Yeah. I was already confident, you know. You know that one. I think that people should learn how to engage with young people because people say that children are the future, and if you don't engage with them and teach them right, then they won't do us proud, basically.